one. All right, we've got Why My Main is Sick, Ness. I'm joined here by StereoKidd and Jose V. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, what up, y'all? StereoKidd. I've been in the community about towards like the middle of 3.02, so I'm gonna say like 3.5, 4 years.
Okay.
And I'm from New York, represent New York all day, every day. Shout out the Bronx.
But you're not actually in New York all day, every day. You're literally in Miami right now.
Yeah. I'm on vacation, man. Leave me alone. I'm on vacation right now, bro.
I don't know what to say, man. I'm like the best Ness, and I live in SoCal.
Oh!
Why are you laughing?
Just funny, bro. It's just funny, man.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, you can come right out and say it. There you go.
This is the OG god, though, right here, Stereo.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
just glad that in every iteration of the game, whether it was before me or after me, there's a Ness putting in work. And at the end of the day, we all had some type of helping this character stay valid. Even though a lot of people say he's ass, throughout every generation of this game, he's always in there at the top somewhere.
So actually,
I feel like you built the foundation, like literally, like
I was going
all
to
of
say,
it.
I started playing PM in 3.02, and I don't really remember who was good with Ness before then.
Before me, it was Austin.
Nah, I don't think anyone was good with Ness. PK Fire on Shield was just ridiculous.
That
That's
is
what I'm-
also true.
Yeah, that's true. 3.02 Ness was kind of crazy.
Yeah, because there was so many like quote unquote good Ness players, and right when that nerf, like it's just me, Stereo, Boyko.
Yeah, they all dropped off. They all kicked the bucket.
Coincidentally, right? Like where'd the skill
right?
go?
Right after the other, man.
All right.
You're right.
That's just my opinion.
While we're going over this quick, where are people going to find you two?
You can find me on Twitter.
Holy shit.
I'm usually on. You can find me on Twitter. It's BO0M893 at Yeah, that's my Twitter. BO0M893, boys. I'm usually on there.
It's definitely
You can follow me, talk
193,
shit.
but that's all right.
It's 193. My bad. My bad. It's BO0M193.
Yo, mine is at RSJoseV. Shout out to Riverside carrying SoCal as well.
There you go. I guess let's kick this off. How did you start playing Ness? Let's start with Stereo on that one.
How did I start playing this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be honest, my original main was when I first started. What got me into PM was the Lucario demonstration video, and for months I was like, "Yo, I gotta play this game. I gotta play this game." And once I got the game, I started messing around with everybody. And ever since I was little, even when I used to play Smash, I never really gravitated towards Ness, but I just knew that I always whenever I would pick him up, I would improve really quickly, like extremely quick.
Okay.
So then once I got a hold of 3.02, I gave everybody a chance to say, you know what, let me try Ness. And then after that, I just found it so amazing that he could just body anyone at any given moment. He's just one of those characters that just with that offensive power, I was drawn by the offensive power that even though a lot of people say his neutral's ass, when in reality I really think when played correctly he can be micro space god because of the DJCs back and forth with the bait and punish and all that. But I was just so drawn by the combo game, man, and it just flowed with my playstyle so well.
Yeah, no, definitely. A lot of people have described him as kind of a glass cannon. Like you said, like maybe not the best neutral, but if he touches you, he's gonna destroy you.
Yeah.
Jose.
He definitely rewards good play.
Oh, for sure. Same question, Jose V.
So funny story. I actually started like with Brawl. That was my first game I played.
Okay.
And yeah, so I made Ness there too. And then there was like some PM showed up at like one of our Brawl locals. I was like, oh, why not try this out? And I tried it, and I'm playing Ness. I was like, wow, he's like so much better in here because he had like the PK Fire and Shield. And who went to, I'm not okay. So like I'm kind of like gonna shoot a low blow at melee players, but like melee players are actually ass at Smash overall. So like I did well, and I was like, oh shit, and I just kept playing, and like it literally just snowballed from there. So
Yeah, definitely.
Get
oh,
fucked, man.
yeah.
So you both like roundabout your ways started playing Ness. What keeps you playing him? Like, Brandon, you said it had to do a lot with how he fit your playstyle.
It has to do with my playstyle and just like, okay, I always go back and forth on whether or not Ness can win a national just maining Ness on his own. I always go back and forth whether he can do it or not. Now, I've seen what I can do when I'm playing at my best, and I've seen what Jose can do when playing at his best. And I just really think, deep down, I really think that one day one of us is just gonna go off, and he's gonna be able to do it. And I think that's what keeps me going, man. I really do think that Ness can do it. Top 8. Watch, Jose's gonna be on one side, me on the other. Watch.
This is the tournament, bro.
It's gonna be Ness winners, finals, and grands.
Let's fucking go. I'm so ready.
Hey, people don't realize we have like sick ass Nessitos too.
Yeah, what people don't know is that every time me and Jose go at it is always crazy, except Bigger Bulk. Besides that one.
We don't talk about that set.
Besides that one.
I mean, low-key, I remember, like, I was watching Bigger Balk at a friend's place, and I remember going, like, oh, this is going to be sick. Oh, wait.
Yeah, bro.
I got the short end of the stick as far as the upset with Malachi and, what's his face, Anther goes. I had to play Anther, or Malachi and Switch back-to-back, and that's just, you know.
That's what I go through every week, bro.
Is bullshit, man. Like, two hard-ass matchups.
It's hard because, like, playing Switch, it's like two separate worlds. Like, when you're playing Malachi, it's not so much as carrying your punish all the way. It's punishing his mistakes. But you can't really take Peach to the bank like that. With Switch, is that when you grab him, you have to kill him. So it's like, one matchup you have to be super hot, and the other one you have to be a lot more patient.
I feel you on that, actually.
Speaking of difficult matchups, what do you say are like some of the best characters to play with against Ness? That was a terrible way of wording that. What do you think Ness is best? Ness? Yeah, like who's just going to destroy Ness, and then who is Ness going to destroy?
I feel like Ness has a chance to destroy any fast faller. If you are a mid to a fast faller, you have a high probability of getting bodied. Like, there's just no way around it. Because if the Ness is feeling himself, we got tippers, we got down theres. Like,
dude, I'm gonna note this later. In one of the videos you sent me, you get 3 bat tippers that killed at 50%.
Oh yeah,
in one game, and it's so stupid.
Yeah, so I was gonna explain that to you.
Yeah, you asked earlier, like, why do we play Ness? Like, if you land a fat, juicy combo ending in a tipper and it kills, like, that's the reason.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially when you're playing, like, on a stage where there's speakers, and you hear that ping, and the whole arena just shakes. Oh, my God.
Dude, that feeling is amazing.
I know that tilts whoever you're playing.
So there's definitely a reason Jose sent me his combo video as one of the VODs we're going to watch. And it's, like, that's the best thing. So you actually said mid floaties to fast followers?
I'm gonna say mid. Oh yeah, about mid floaties to fast fallers. He can.
What's that
really
cutoff? Like, who's the floaties person that like you're still gonna just mess up?
I'm gonna say it might cut off at maybe Mario, because although Mario can't get out of a lot of stuff with up air, and if he up B's out, there are certain instances where if you string together the right weak hit moves, you'll be able to finish the combo against Mario.
Okay. Yeah,
but yeah, I'm gonna say Mario is like the last floaty kind of weight that you can combo off, that you can really go off.
That's still a huge range.
Yeah, that's still a huge pool. That's still like a good, like, more than half of the cast.
Oh, definitely. When you said like mid floaties, I think heavier than Mario still.
Yeah, like I've been known to, like, once I grab a hold. Don't get me wrong, getting in on, like, I'm gonna give an example, Marth. Getting in on Marth is always a chore, but Marth is already kind of floaty, and you can really go off on him. Like, you can, man. And I'm gonna say that's probably his hardest matchup to me, in my opinion. If the Marth is doing it right, I'm gonna say Marth. He can kind of body you if you're not careful.
That's what every Ness has told me so far.
Luckily for us, there's no Marth on that level, so we're lucky now, honestly.
Yeah, except honestly, the only Marth that I've seen that really just understands was Sora. He doesn't really play PM anymore, but back in the day when he did, I always had a lot of problems with him, and I never played his Marth before, but Dark's Marth, last time I saw I think he played Boinko, and he just went off. He just understood everything, like
super systematically, yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely on his P's and Q's, at least on that day.
Yeah, Ness is that character where, like, if you understand his limits, it's kind of, like, easy peasy. But then again, that character, like, his damage output potential is just, like, ridiculous. So you could turn anything around.
At any given moment, man, he could just flip the switch, and that's it. The pendulum swings to your end.
So that actually fits really well. I fielded some questions from Reddit, Twitter, different things like that. Actually, Aki, the other Ness, specifically said, like, what do you guys think of Ness as an aggressive character, since you both play super fast? When people say, like, what's Ness's top speed, highest APM, they look towards you.
Okay, so all I'm going to say is this character has so many damn options, but it's a matter of, like, It's literally like rock, paper, scissors, because everything you have is easily beaten, but it's just a matter of, like, okay, can I, like, outplay my opponent in a way where, like Fair, for example. People want to CC it, but then there's counterplay to CC. So it's like, you just gotta guess correctly every time and react correctly every time, but he can go very, very fast, like with Magnet, DJC, blah, 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 stuff like that.
Yeah, and punishing, like, the CCing Fair, don't get me wrong, it's not the hardest thing in the world to CC down tilted, because this game down tilt is crazy. But it's a really tight timing. Excuse me. It's a really tight timing if the character you're playing against doesn't have, like, a good crouch cancel option besides grab, because our down tilt is super fast, or our jab, so you can really do like a forward air really low to the ground, and before they can get their grab out, you got your down tilt out first. And now that's it. The ball's on your court. Now it's your turn to punish. Just because they were antsy. Just because they were antsy or they missed the timing. So you could definitely mix up the timings and the distances on Fair. But as an aggressive character, I do it a lot now, but I only do it once I get the initial hit. Like,
yeah.
So once you get the initial hit, besides that really floaty range like Samus, Zelda, and Luigi around there, I still firmly believe that with the right amount of mix-ups, Ness should be able to you shouldn't be able to get out of him. You shouldn't be able to get out once he touches you. Like, wherever you go, he should just follow you forever. And you should just
you should eventually die.
Yeah, just the mix-ups off of that first initial hit is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and, like, the thing about the whole speed thing is that when you DJC, the lower you are to the ground, when you DJC your aerial, obviously the faster it'll end. So it's like, and I don't see anybody doing, like, perfect DJCs that close to the ground every single time. Like, if you do Nair or Dare really close to the ground, this character can fucking move. Like, that's all I'm saying. But
absolutely, man.
It's really hard.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm gonna say is probably the hardest thing with Nessus, is that it's extremely hard to be consistent with him, because in reality, every time you leave the ground, you're pressing like 4 or 5 buttons at a time. You have to.
He's super high APM.
You have to jump. Yeah, as far as like tech skill, he definitely requires some work. You got to definitely do your homework if you want to put in some work.
Yeah, for sure. Well, speaking of putting in work, we're gonna start with the first video. Now, keep in mind, like, I don't play Ness, and so if I completely miss something, point it out. Like, no, there was this sick mix-up here, whatever. Mind games, punish. But also, I'm just going to ask some different questions while we're going through them, too, of, like...
Yo, this is 5 minutes? What the hell?
Yeah, no, He destroys
got
Yank.
destroyed.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna explain that to you. I'm telling
Yep.
you, man.
So
this dude can go off.
I'll
I'm
ask
not
some
kidding.
questions, but in 5-minute videos, I straight up might not have time. But yeah, so like if I miss something, tell me like go back 10 seconds, pause it. Let's look at that again.
Now you're
Alright.
gonna have to walk me through it because remember I can't see on the. Wait, oh no, wait. Okay, I got you. I could just hold
Yep.
up. Give me a sec. I could pull it up on YouTube and just
Yeah,
watch
I know
it
the
with you.
screen share wasn't working for you. You want me to pause while you get that up?
You can start with Jose sets if you got them ready already.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
ready.
Yeah, we can do that. I know that you,
Um,
because for some reason the screen share wasn't working for you. Yeah, let's pull up Jose
Yeah.
versus Thunders then.
that set was godlike.
So like, I'm not really willing to wait as far as like playing Smash goes, but this is one of the few times, right? Like, just held back a little bit, and as far as being aggressive.
It's not. There we go. So you think this worked well because you held back from being aggressive?
Yeah, cause like Thunders is a god, like
Yes, he
offensively and
is.
defensively, and I can't get away with just approaching mindlessly. So it's a bit more neutral orientated.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's get hand warmers.
I also think Ness has a pretty good dash dance, so you'll see me like abuse that a lot.
Mm-hmm. So while we're getting into this, until there's like specific things you need to point out, what do you both look for, especially in neutral? We've gone over punish game a lot, but what do you think like basic
The
Ness
grab.
The grab should
The
absolutely.
grab, bro.
Okay.
The grab or the detail. Once you get that first detail, oh my.
So
God.
Ness is like a little hidden grappler going on.
Bro, he's Geef
I
and
agree,
like
I
he's
agree.
Zane Geef, man, in a small ass body.
Everyone thinks like, oh no, ice climbers, oh no, DK, but
Fuck
it's
that.
Ness.
Fuck that. Oh no, Ness. Hell yeah, man. And he's just, you can mix up. Oh my god. I'll get into it later, man. I'll
No,
get
perfect,
into it
because
later.
I've never thought of Ness as a grappler. So for you both to agree with that is like, I need to be thinking about this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the grab and trying to snipe them if they leave the ground. If you're trying to snipe their jump with a PK fire if they leave the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Did you just see that?
Let's go back and so you can point that out again.
He gets a really, really easy jab reset off Derek because like nobody techs it, and then after that, the world is yours.
Facts. That's my favorite setup.
All right, so we're gonna no, and I see both of you go for those resets a lot. You go scary down there.
Oh, that was
But-
me screwing up
Yep.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you either get a kill setup or you like maximize the damage, and in that case, I went for the kill.
Mm-hmm. You got that nice reverse bear.
But honestly, though, like off almost just about any straight hit, you can make something happen.
So not like a lot of characters where neutral's about getting a strong hit into whatever.
I know it's a big ass.
What was
Yeah.
that?
It was the beginning of the video,
Oh, okay.
but like Ness can confirm off like
Wait, what
almost
time?
anything.
What time are y'all on?
208.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
It's just a matter of finding out like how you're gonna start it, because you have to have a plan. You know what I mean?
Okay. And what is your general plan, or does that it might change a whole lot depending on who you're facing?
It changes a lot because, like I said, Ness has a lot of options, and like shit's always going down because like he has no range, so it always depends on like micro spacing. You know what I mean?
Okay. What was your game plan for this set then?
The way I saw fighting him was just don't get shield grabbed. So I just wanted to like barely space outside of his range while still trying to like beat the shit out of him.
So you were trying to force him to get like whiff the grab instead.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Okay.
whip something and then make a play off that. Because I just feel like this character outranges me. Or once he's in the corner, he has like no get out except roll,
Mm-hmm.
and he can't move back anymore. So then that's when I can aggress freely.
Now, what moves do you tend to focus on for corner pressure?
I like Magnet because you can keep pegging at him until you like see his shield is small, and then that's when you can commit with like a Nair or like any aerial fair even. Because if you Magnet him and you see that you're not getting anything off of it, you could like full hop Nair out or just wave dash out or something. You know, Magnet's pretty safe.
Yeah, definitely when they're on the corner like that, you can kind of Magnet. You can even Magnet and wave dash back just to try to bait a roll or bait some type of shield grab, and then after that you could just go in with your own grab and just start punishing. And even I'm not even gonna lie, I stole this one from Jose. I started noticing that whenever he starts shield pressuring someone, and he sees that their shield is small, he'll even start approaching with peek and fire, and the peek and fire will shield poke when their shield is small enough.
Yeah, because
super
like
smart.
That. Yeah, that's next level as hell. Like,
because like this
That's
character
OD.
does a lot of shield damage. Like if you hit a back air, oh my god, it just
There goes half
Magnet
your
to
shield.
any-
Yeah.
Yeah,
or if you
Magnet,
if you catch them shielding your down tilts and you just start rapid spamming them, oh, their shield dies.
yeah, because they tend to stay there, and it's like now their only option is to get shield poked or roll out, and then that's when the fun begins.
Yeah.
And it was
100%,
against
man.
DK at least. You're going for a lot of these down airs, primarily because he doesn't have vertical recovery. Holy crap, that was so many PK fires.
Oh yeah, if you don't, well,
Yeah, Jose. He does that a lot. Right there, yep. I think that's specific for big characters. If the big character is just, if they have like their vertical recovery's ass, and they're like at that perfect diagonal length, you can just spam it 100 times and just rack up percent so quick, especially on DK. Like if I were to play Thunders, that would be my game plan. Try to hit him with a forward tilt because it hits him at a messed up angle where he can't recover high, and then he has to eat the peak of fire, and you just start going off.
Yeah, for sure.
it tricks people's SDI too, because like they're trying to get out, and they usually try to go out away from you, and then the PK fire is just gonna catch them again.
Yeah, and after you hit him with that first one, you got a few options. You can wait for it to end and then down air. You can try to space it back. You can send them more out with an air. You got a lot of mix-ups after that.
Yep. And I know a lot of Nesses will take advantage of the fact that everyone is trying to SDI out from it. And if you clip them with a bat, they're DIing so poorly for it.
You can even like
My favorite
run
thing in
past
the
them,
world,
pivot grab, back throw, because it's like back throw's pretty fast. So if you could like get behind them
Yep,
while
and
they're in the tower,
They're already trying to SDI away anyways.
yeah, they have bad DI, and
Yeah.
you can get some nasty early kills.
Yeah. That's one thing that I'm gonna say me and Jose do a lot more than the others. We try to, like, whenever we see that they're over shielding, like they've committed to shield, we'll just, like, let's say we get it down there and they land on a platform and they've committed to shield, and we're on one side of the stage. We'll just wave land on and just try to reverse pivot grab and just send them on his way.
Yeah.
So that actually, like you said, a lot of other Nesses you're not seeing do that. Ness is one of the most popular characters in the game, hands down. Like, so many regions have, like, at one, if not multiple Nesses. What do you think about Ness's spot in the meta, just because so many people have matchup experience against him?
I think that's just a testament to like that he's got to be good, because, like you said, every region has one, and yet there's no such thing as no matchup experience against Ness. Like, a lot of people in this game, I hate to say it, that a lot of people in our community prey on, oh, this guy doesn't know the matchup. I guess maybe that's like a low level mentality, but a lot of people say that, yo, this guy don't know the matchup. But with Ness, we don't have that leeway.
Yeah, everybody knows now.
Yeah, and we still pulling numbers. We still getting away with a lot of things, you know. So how can Ness be bad? Or as bad as people say, like people thinking he's bottom half. How can he be that bad if you got not just one? Like, for a long time it was just me, and then when thank God when Jose started going off, this was just extra proof that, yo, there's no way he's that bad. Absolutely not. If more than one person is doing it.
Well, isn't there like 4 Nesses in the top 50 for PM?
No. There's only 2 that matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's be real.
All right.
Ever since Boyko dropped, there's been only two that matter, yo.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, unless y'all do it somewhere that mad like a big tournament where a lot of names is there.
The thing, I'm not trying to be a dick to the other Ness players, but it's very one-trick-esque. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like
they're very gimmicky.
What do you think separates
it's like the
you
matchup
guys
thing.
from a lot of the other Nest players? Then let's put it that way. Let's highlight what you do better.
Our punish game is mad consistent.
Leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. Leaps and bounds.
Like, I'll give them credit. Like, they pull off some sick shit sometimes, but I feel like Stereo.
But a lot of the
he's
time,
the
like,
one. What are you saying?
Nah, go ahead.
I feel like Stereo's the one who's like consistently like just shitting on people. You know what I mean? And that's what you need with this character. Like, if you get your opening, because like we established already, like the opening's kind of hard to get. But once you get the opening, you have to take it all the way, like, because you know you might not get that.
Yeah,
chance
that's
again.
why like the other day, shout out to Emo Killer for this. He was telling me that a lot of the time I have a tendency of always going for broke. Like I'll always go for the knockout punch, whether they're at 0%, whether they're at 100. I'm always going for broke. And personally, I feel like you kind of have to, because getting in is so hard. So once you do, you don't want to have to reset neutral. You want to just kill him on the spot.
Yeah, more often than not, Stereo will either just get you at kill percent or already kill you. I tend to play it a little safer because that's just my style, but just watch this guy play. Like, he just destroys stocks. On a consistent basis, too.
I think consistency is key in that. I've seen so many Nest players just go off on crazy things, but for you two, it's minimum once a set, if not most games.
The thing that pisses me off about other Nesses is that they feel like
they're too extra.
Need to go for like, yeah, and sometimes they feel the need to go for these bum ass options. Like, you guys,
okay. I want to go back on that for a second. That was a silly trade.
Oh.
What?
He's at 0.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. I'll take that's work to me.
Was
no, that
0.
looks like it's worth it.
No, he's at 0%, jumps out, and you just hit the down air. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to take 115% swing.
Yeah, that worked out for me, though. But, yeah, like, Ness players, like, I don't know why, but they get a big hard-on for Magnet. I'm like, bro, just do what works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of the time, a lot of Nesses have a really bad tendency of spamming Magnet. Now, I do it too. As of late, I've been trying to incorporate it a little more, but just as more of a neutral tool as far as like baiting.
So when would you guys use Magnet?
Honestly, I use it a lot
in neutral.
I use it a lot in neutral, or as a mix-up,
but
not
as
after
the
grab.
punish game?
Once you get you can do it a little bit, kind of as a mix-up, like to try to switch sides if you're on one side of the stage.
But don't make it your main thing.
For the most part, after you get that grab that you work so hard to get, after you magnet, you could even watch it yourself. Usually when Ness mains get the grab, they'll do a magnet and then the combo's over. That's it. They're out and they've reset neutral. Just because you wanted to go for some fancy dumbass magnet makes no sense. You might as well go for a nair or some type of down air to try to give yourself a more advantageous.
I want somebody to odd shot like this part of the conversation, because every new Ness player that doesn't like have their punish game down, everybody I hear them tell them like, oh, you should use magnet more. You'll extend your combos.
I would put it like this: like if you were to give it like a ladder, like to try to improve step by step. If you want to incorporate ladder in your game, if you want to incorporate magnet in your game that badly, save it for last. Try to get your punish game up there to the point where you don't need magnet. And then once you're nice enough where you know how to fuck with the little ins and outs of it, then add it to your game. Don't do it from the beginning.
You need to know the main stuff before you can do a mix-up.
Yeah, you got to crawl before you can walk, man. Magnet is definitely, I'm going to say, at the high level, magnet is definitely an advanced tool that in the wrong hands will get you bodied.
Wait,
because it's not like a guarantee I get this or that like follow up. It's very like you're reading their like SDI habits and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. Once you gotta really have a fix on their SDI habits.
Okay. I want to come back
to
from this.
to really utilize it.
Exactly.
I know this is a thing, but I want one of you guys to point it out. Ness can recover from either side of his PK Thunder, correct?
Yes.
Well,
So
Jose
right here.
can't. Well, Jose can. I can't.
Okay, so if you're good, Ness can recover from either side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he can. He can.
Fair enough. I still remember at Olympus, like, this is how much this one moment stuck out in my mind when Jose was playing Gallo. And you PK Thundered up the opposite way knowing he'd KPU. But then, but then I found out later, like, oh no, he can just grab it either way. And here I thought it was, like, super smart.
Nah, like, it's still a mix-up, but, like...
You know what? I'm going to give him credit on that one. He probably did know, and he's just trying to be nice. He probably did know that shit was going to happen.
No, I mean, like he can still, he's, the problem when people want to edgeguard Ness is they pick stuff that's too committal. And when I see that, I'm like, okay, I'll just do something completely different.
What should, like, okay, actually, no, this is why Ness is sick, not why anybody else is. What makes Ness's recovery so difficult to edgeguard? Because you think it's pretty linear, and he has to hit himself with this projectile.
You know what? I think I can answer this just because I'm not the, I'll say it right now. I've been playing this character for 3+ years.
Mm-hmm.
And I still can't do it. I can only do it at like maybe 2 or 3 angles that I'll grab the ledge. If there's other than that, I'm usually just like I usually close my eyes and just hopefully some shit happens. Now,
as Ness when you're recovering?
Oh yeah, most of the time it's usually like, you know what? How about we just leave this one up to God and just boom, and then hopefully they miss. Now that brings me back to my point that everyone is human. So edgeguarding Ness is just a chore. Like you have to, it's a lot of rinse and repeat.
It's a mini game.
Yeah, it's basically a mini game, and eventually they're not gonna hit it 10 out of 10 for 4 stocks. Absolutely not.
No, I just think it's funny that platforms.
There's very, very, very few people that can do that. I'm just throwing that out. Very few.
Yeah. For someone to really, really body Ness, like I'm gonna say it's definitely something you have to have experience with because like it's active. It's active all throughout. But at the end of it, it loses to a lot of hitboxes. So
yeah,
a lot of people wonder how to edgeguard him. Just watch what Sosa does. Like he exploits the recovery.
Yup.
Watch Sosa from his side, and Bobby and Malachi from my side. And Gallo as well. They really know how to body certain people.
It's so funny to me though how everyone talks about how bad Ness's recovery is, and then everyone complains about trying to edgeguard him.
Yeah, right. How can a recovery be that bad if we can honestly come unless you kill us, we're probably gonna make it back somehow. Just because it goes so far, and you gotta hit us like 10. It's chance time, really. You gotta just hit us. You gotta just hit us every chance you get.
All right, let's start the infamous 5-minute set. As I pulled this up in chat, we see Switch going like, oh, this is the one where Fresh was screaming a bunch. Is muted, so go check that out if you want your ears to die. But here we go.
Definitely shout out Fresh for commentating the set, and I suggest if you're listening on headphones, you lower that.
Okay, we are 7 minutes 45 seconds in, and you're already there, done. Like, let's watch that again because that was ridiculous.
Which set are you watching? The Yank?
Yeah, Yank.
Game 1 or 2?
I mean, we're still on 1, but...
Okay, all right.
I'm about to start. The clock says 7:56, and you're already down throwing him. All right.
Okay. Well, I might be a little behind y'all right now.
No problem.
I'm only on 45 seconds, but just I kind of make it a habit of mine to like I'm doing a little more now that you can kind of really read where people are SDIing, but you really have to pay attention. Now, a lot of Ness's moves, like I'm going to say a lot of his weak hit moves and the later part of his forward air, they combo into tipper bat so well that it's honestly a little ridiculous. Like especially if they're SDIing in or away at certain percents, if you just, it's kind of like a guess a little bit. Like if you just catch the guess, it's Tipper City. Like no, there's no way out of it. You know what I mean?
So you just kind of make it into a little
like
mini game in itself.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. I'm gonna say it's a reaction.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's a reaction, sometimes it's a guess. It kind of depends on the character because you know a lot of people they fall faster. But
I feel like it's kind of an option select too, because like even if they end up like CCing it, you're still gonna like hit their shield or something, you know?
Yeah, and you'll still be safe after, especially if you do it as fast as you can. You'll be safe. They're not gonna be able to punish you especially if the tipper hitbox hits their shield. They're going flying.
Oh my god!
And that was done. We're at 634. Like holy crap!
He did detail fucking footstool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that again. Dude was holding in so hard trying to get. Boom.
That's. I think that's Ness is not. I'm gonna say Ness is not very good at gimping, but besides down there, but I'm not really gonna call that a gimp. That's just they missed their meteor cancel. But on the ledge, on those like fast fallers, I'm gonna say it works really well on Spaceys, Captain Falcon, Snake, Meta Knight, Lucas. Once you get that detail at the ledge, you can either run off and down there or run off and footstool. Right, that's probably, and honestly, I had never done that before. That one was on the spot.
Sometimes you really just feel yourself with the character.
Yeah. The funny thing about my punish game is this is what I like. This is what I like about Smash. That even if you kind of miss your punish, like let's say you get a grab and you didn't get the hitbox that you wanted, you're still in an advantageous situation where you can still tech chase. So a lot of my combos come from like a fumble. Most of my sickest combos is from a fumble. Like I messed up a hitbox and I'm like, oh shit, he's still in his stun. Let me try to just keep going and keep going and keep going. And you could just, that's what I like about this game. Like you're just always in an advantageous position once you get that neutral win. I'm sorry, that was crazy. Get fucked.
Like you just destroy this guy, and this is what you were talking about. Ness, when Ness gets that hit, if you are good enough to take it all the way, he can. Like it's not like some characters where like you know you're gonna have to get a few different hits in order to make something happen.
He's not exactly flowchart, but it's just a matter of just knowing like how the situation is gonna pan out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say he's flowchart at all, and I think that's what separates me and Jose from the other Nesses. And I'm gonna say Boinko as well, that we understand that it's not flowchart. You have to mix up your options. You're not gonna get the same punish every time.
I hear that thrown at Ness a lot. A lot of people claim that he is a flowchart character.
Yeah, at the scrubby level, and that's why he sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck out of here. Ain't no way he's flowchart. Absolutely not.
You have to pay attention to microspacing way too much. Like, look at that. Like,
yeah, for him,
you didn't see him yo-yo anytime the other set, but he like saw it right there.
You know what I mean? For him to like, to me, a flowchart character is if you get a grab, your next move is always going to be the same. And
Fox
with Ness,
up, throw up air, yeah.
Yeah, with Ness, that's usually never the case. Like, nah, man, I don't agree with that he's flowchart. Absolutely not.
I think at a low level, but we're not talking low level here.
Yeah. This is why me and Jose are cut above the rest.
That's why I invited you two on the stream and not just two random Ness players.
Yeah.
Ness players just need to understand what the juicy starters are and when it's applicable.
Yeah, like for me, the juiciest starter for me, honestly, I'll probably put it above grad. It's detail. Like, I take detail so far. Like sometimes I'm like, God damn, I got this off of a 3% move. Like yo, you could really put in some work with detail. Like for real.
And the final kill was on himself. But that pressure to get there. Actually, we're just gonna go straight into another one of you bodying somebody.
What was that guy's name? The Ike?
Yeah, Prime, which was at Bigger Balk.
Right. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
It was StereoKidd against Prime at Bigger Balk. This is almost as fast.
Okay, I got it. Okay, now this is the one that I was gonna try to explain to y'all. Like,
Perfect.
okay, game one, this was kind of like this is me recently. Like, normally now my new game plan is usually I try to run tests on people. Like, okay, does he know how to deal with forward air? If he doesn't, I'm gonna forward air him 100 times. If he does he know how to deal with certain things and trying to get a beat on his SDI. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now the first game I wasn't really like a bust ass like that. But the second game, I really just started getting in his ass, like, for real.
No, I just realized this game is even faster. This set was 4 minutes 25 seconds. That's
I'm telling you,
ridiculous.
man, he can really do this. Man.
All right, so let's just like sit back and watch the combo video.
Like I said, man, the first game. All right, this is where I'm gonna say Jose is a little better than me at it. Like at the kill percents, a lot of Nesses they like to just go for back throw, and
They force stuff.
They force the back throw. Like it's not back throw. It's strong, but it's not as strong as you think. Like to kill. Like I'll give you a perfect example. The other day I was playing Emu Killer. I think we were on like PS2, and he was like at 130. Back throw was not killing. At 130, back throw was not killing. Now,
the thing is he doesn't throw up. He throws behind. So stage positioning is a huge deal.
Yeah, it's that stage position definitely dictates whether you should go for the back throw or not.
Okay.
And honestly, you can even mix them. You can even mix them up because if you let's say they're at that kill percent and they're at that one, like let's say 100, 120, if you hit them with just two pummels, people are already assuming you're gonna go for the back throw because you're trying to get their percent up there.
Yep.
But if you mix them up and go for the down throw, now they're DIing wrong.
Oh, I always DI for the back throw. All right, I'm gonna slow this down for a second because I marked the spot specifically. You take him from he's at 14% right now to death in less than 10 seconds.
What was the time?
It's at 108.
Video.
You go from 14% to death in 10 seconds. I'm watching it in half speed right now.
This is okay. All right. Let me see what you're talking about.
So it starts with that down tilt that you mentioned.
Yeah, you could again. This is a good example. Like your down tilt, it starts going off, man. You can really.
Yep, down air, jab reset, down air.
Go to the jab reset again. Slow it down right there. So like people don't know that when he jabs, he has a hitbox on the back of his foot.
Oh yeah, even if you end up behind him, there's still a good chance you're still gonna land the jab.
Oh wait, I want to see this. I didn't notice that.
That's why when you down air, you should always jab. Like it's not even reacting to their miss. It's not reacting. Well, okay, I don't know if you do it that way, but the way I see it is like, don't even react to the missed tag. There's no reason not to jab because it's so fast.
And even if you miss the jab, there's like no recovery frame on it. So even if you miss the jab and they tech or whatever, you still got them on the run.
All exactly. Right, so now let's watch that in full speed, and you'll realize just how insane that was.
Yo, Ness is fucking sick. Like, are you kidding me?
So
people don't give us enough credit, dude.
So always hit your tag.
Ness is crazy. Always go for the jab. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Just go for it.
Boom.
Because even if you miss, you're still advantageous, man.
So people playing against Ness, always hit your down air tech.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
If you miss that, you're done.
Your ass is grass. For real, like if you miss a few techs, and the thing I like to call Ness, like he's very good at tilting people, in my opinion. He's extremely good at it because a lot of people get upset when they miss a tech or they get hit with a PK fire because they're like, oh my god.
Or a PK flash like that?
Yep.
Oh my god, bro.
Some people might, like, they consider themselves to be good at teching, but if they miss one tech, they're going to miss their next, like, 4.
And not to mention, like, my favorite mix-up off of a down tilt is down tilt into DJC dare into jab.
Oh, yeah.
They link into each other so well because it comes out so fast. Now, if you think you're good at teching, show me that you could tech that 10 times in a row. Ain't no way you teching that. Ain't no way you teching that 3 times in a row. Especially when the game is all over the place like that. Like, no way.
That's also sick. He didn't hit it, but he hit it like versus Yink. When you do the, I don't know if my terminology is really bad, but I think it's like revert or turnaround like magnet, and then he back airs.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's another really like Ness has a lot of sick shit, like a lot of sick stuff.
All right, now.
Okay, now check this out.
This second game is nuts.
This is what Jose's talking about. This is what Jose's talking about. That when you get the down throw at that like that percent where you're not sure you can kill him,
Mm-hmm.
you have I'm gonna say you have maybe 3 to 4 mix-ups. You have
List them off
let's
for
say,
me.
okay, like if you get the down throw, if they're DIing away, if you see that they're DIing hard down and away, if you go for the nair will probably kill them because they're DIing hard down and away. Now, you can either do that. If you see that they're DIing in, if you go for a magnet, it leads into back air.
Wait, I want to mark this, like, just note this before it happens. In game 2, you kill with bat tipper at, I want to say it's around 50% 3 times.
Yeah.
So
this is where I really found out, like, oh shit, this dude really doesn't know where to DI. And then I just fuck it, let me just throw it out every time and see what happens.
So that was 50% before the hit. 45 seconds in, he's on his 3rd stock.
Sometimes with what's up?
Boom.
Oh my God.
Just every hit combos into it, man. I'm sorry.
And that one was
like,
super disgusting because you were on the platform way over there already.
You gotta angle it too. Like you don't just always throw it like straight. Like sometimes you gotta go down, sometimes up.
Yeah, it's weird too. Sometimes
you can
there's
angle
like
that?
a hitbox. Sometimes there's like a hitbox that like if they're coming down from a weird angle, if you angle it downward, it'll still tipper. There are certain ranges where it'll just tipper, and it doesn't look like it was supposed to.
Oh, that tipper is so long. All right,
yeah,
you do
bro.
kill him without a bat once.
My goal is to get 4 in one set. This was the closest
Boom.
I've ever got.
There. Like, what was that?
I've never seen this set, but like holy crap, that was a minute, dude. A minute.
Yeah. No, you 4-stock, or not 4-stock, but like you destroy him so quickly.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how long Ness's tipper is. Like, you know how Ike's up B
Oh no, that was a
goes
4-stock
through.
at 650.
You know how Ike's up B kind of goes through the stage. Ness's tipper outranges it. So if you space it right, even if he tries to sweet spot, you probably still hit him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's so freaking good. Next one, we're actually gonna move to Jose V's combo video.
Oh damn, my phone's dying. Hold up.
Oh, get that charging.
Damn shit.
And specifically for this, shoutouts to Sabre, who's been just blessing our scene with combo videos upon combo videos for the last month.
Absolutely, man. He's been putting in some work for us.
He made one for you too. It's just
I know, and it was so unexpected too. Like,
Did you know he was doing
Twitter
that
randomly one day? And oh no! I've been talking about making one for so long, and then for someone to just do it out of the blue like that, it was perfect, man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the best way to open Twitter.
To be like, oh, someone made something super dope for me. Cool.
Yeah.
Jeez, playing Falco seems like it's so rough against Ness.
Honestly, it's rough for Ness too, though, because like he wants to be low to the ground, and lasers just don't let you jump. Or DJC,
That's true,
I should say.
yeah.
I definitely think Falco wins the matchup, but Falco just like
There's no Falcos at that level yet.
Yeah, Falco just has to play perfect.
Yeah, I agree. And this is the thing about missing dares. Like, look, he plays Ness, or dare text, I should say. Like, he plays Ness and he still missed it, you know? Oh my god.
Doesn't matter, man. Nobody. I don't care who you are.
This is the tipper we were talking about.
Yep. Shout outs to Red Ranger. He was on the show last week, or 2 weeks ago.
Hey, my dog.
Actually, I think we just saw IPK. I think we're seeing the rest of what that set later. Oh no, we're watching Stereo versus IPK after this.
Like that combo right there with the fairs, it only worked because I noticed he like you see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going back for it.
So like
this one?
No. The one on Resliv. So like I tried to get. I noticed his percent was really high, so I was like, okay, I'm trying to only get like 1 or 2 hits in because it pops him up.
Mm-hmm. And you hit him with like 4, yeah.
Yeah, so I did like 3, 4 single hits, and then I went off. So it's like
there's that turnaround throw that you were talking about, and again.
Yeah. Oh, I destroy him right here.
Oh, that's so gross.
the one hit forward air. That's like the Jose special.
And that's what I meant by like just being fast, because like I did like 3 of them in a row, and it's like you got to do them all just back to back real quick.
Everyone describes you two as like the fastest Nesses, but you guys both do have very different play styles. I feel like Stereo combos into like that and into stronger moves pretty often, where Jose just wants to carry you.
I like to say Jose is much better at edge guarding than I am.
Okay.
He definitely understands where to put what.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? Because I feel like I'm ass at edge guarding.
Nah, you tripping, bro.
Nah, watch a lot of my sets, and I don't edge guard too often. Like, it's scary to go out there with Ness, because one bad trade and you are in a terrible spot.
Yeah, you definitely right on that one. That's why I just never do it. That's why I just go for like some crazy ass booger bomb to the grill or something.
Oh, this combo's sick. Oh,
no, that magnet stall in order to bait out the get up attack.
I stole that. That's 100% stolen.
I will still stole it from my Wonder Who.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You pioneered a lot of this character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. For you to take it even a step further to add the game that I don't have, the recovery. Son.
I talk to Ness players. I'm like, just do what Stereo does. Like, literally a lot of the shit I do is just stuff he does, and they're like, but I want to be original. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
don't be original, be good.
this stuff is like pretty optimal, because like he's like, I already said it a million times. Like, this punish game is ridiculous. And second of all, it's like, why do you care about that stuff? Like, just because someone does it doesn't mean you can't do it.
Not to mention that every combo's not going to be the same. Eventually, you're going to be able to put your own twist on it once you get good enough.
Yeah, just get a good like foundation, like understand a little bit.
Oh, I have a super deep question, quick. I've had actually more than one person ask me this when I said that I was going to interview you two. What is the best Ness costume?
What the fuck? I'm gonna say original, son. Original is the beast.
I think the one Resliv uses is the best one, but I don't use it just because I like using all costumes.
Fair enough.
I started switching it up too. Like, usually I kind of do it on my mood. Like, if I'm trying to play super aggro, I'm going for red. If I'm trying to play a little bit more patient, then I'll go for white.
Okay.
I was wondering why you did that.
Yeah, I usually switch it up depending on who I'm playing against. Like, if I'm playing against a floaty, I'll go white.
Speaking of red and white, we are about to start your video against IPK, where you're wearing the red and white one.
All right, bet.
Yup. So.
Okay, this set, I'm not even going front. I'm gonna credit my win on this set to Junebug.
Why Junebug?
At that time, that was the time where I was really exploring going to tournaments very often. Like, I was traveling all over the place, and he was the one guy from the East Coast that every tournament I went to, he was there. So, I told him, I asked him, I was like, "Yeah, I've never played this dude, and supposedly he's the best guy here. What you think I should do?" So he told me that IPK has a bad habit of just once you get close enough to IPK, he's just compelled to down B. He will down B no matter how, at whatever range, he'll just try to do it. And that whole set, I was just waiting for it. I was just waiting for that the entire set. And just once I went to start punishing the down Bs, I was able to take my punishes further than he could.
So coaching is broken.
Well, yeah.
It's a matter. The way I see it is, if you can execute it, Fuck
Oh,
it.
for sure. Yeah. I'm just giving you a
Yeah,
hard
where
time.
coaching is one thing, actually doing it is another.
Yep. All right, we're gonna start this. This is the last video as well, so we're coming to an end here. Yeah, definitely.
Why they call me
Whoa.
Florida? Man, stop saying that.
Why they call you what?
Florida, yo, like they always used to say, "Oh, StereoKidd representing Florida." Like, no, Florida
No.
can eat a dick. Oh,
Okay,
shit,
so
man.
it's definitely
See, a lot
just
of
New
people,
York.
a lot of people only remember the winner set of me and IPK. And I'm gonna keep it honest. I got really cocky. I was like, man, this guy sucks. SoCal's garbage. I beat his ass in winners.
Oh, did
And
he
then
beat
I
you
was
in
like,
losers?
let me just try to run a train on him, and I got fucked up.
No, and this was Paragon LA, which was like a huge deal for the scene.
Yeah, this was 2 years ago.
Still the
Oh, you know
biggest
what's
tournament.
funny?
This was our biggest tournament at the time, right?
It's still the biggest tournament. We're getting
Yo,
close to
Really?
it.
I was like the only Ness player that didn't break pools this tournament.
Wait, what?
This was when I first met you, actually.
Wait, what?
This was when I first met you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Hosta comes up to me and he's like, yo, I bet you my boy could beat your ass. I was like, maybe not. I was like, not now. And then we played.
Bro. Hey. I have to let people know, though. So, like, at this tournament, I was not aware of what Ness was capable of. I was still playing him like he was a brawl character. Stereo, like, he was doing all this shit, and literally mid-set, I was like, oh my god, this character's ridiculous. And he's up 2-0, and then I literally copy what he does. I'm like, okay, let me do this broken shit. And I almost reverse 3-0 him. Almost.
Fact, yo, I've never seen someone copy me. Well, just turn it around so fast. I was like, God damn, this dude is like mirroring me right now.
That's on some
He's gonna be
Kakashi,
good in the
dude.
future.
Yeah, that definitely put me on notice. Like, okay, let me watch out for this guy.
And then Boyko destroyed me right after.
You know what's crazy? He just, I'm gonna say he's probably the best in the Ditto.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
To this day,
I've
he
actually
doesn't
heard that,
play
yeah.
like that, and he just understands it, man. Shout out to Boyko. I've definitely learned a lot of shit from him too.
Hmm.
Same
Like,
here, actually.
Magnet back air. I'm gonna give that one to Boyko. I stole that one 100%.
A lot of my edge guarding ideas come from him.
Yeah, he definitely understands too, man. Like,
I feel like
and his
he's the one
aim-
who like
his
theory
aim-
crafts about it the most.
I feel
Say it
like he's
again?
smart as fuck. It's just he gave up.
yeah, man, he was just tired. Like, he just didn't have the results, man. Everybody knew he was good enough. Like, he had wins all over the place. Like, he won a Nebulous, for fuck's sake. Like, he beat Gallo, Jaden, Malachi, everybody on the same day. Like, he just couldn't do it at a national, and I never really learned why. For a long time, I used to consider him better than me, and he used to consider me better than him at some points. Though we were the like a few, like, I'm gonna say 2 years ago, it was definitely just us two.
Yeah.
I remember that time.
And then along comes Jose and says,
Yeah. So Jose, when was your come up? Like, it's this weird like you weren't super prominent, and then you were one of the best in the world.
So like the
yeah,
thing.
what was the win? I know it usually takes like one win that you're like, okay, I could beat anybody. What was the win that it was like, oh shit?
So I'm gonna be real. So like you know how I told you that I came from Brawl. So like I feel like my Smash fundamentals were already there. It's just that I was like, dude, I don't know how to play this game. Like my hands aren't moving. I don't understand matchup because I the only fighting game I've ever played, if you could call it a fighting game, was Brawl. So I came in here. I'm like, dude, I could destroy these people. Like they're not that good. Like I had so like. Even now, I'm like overall.
Oh, that is Boyko right behind you.
The skill
Yeah, Boyko
pool.
tells me. Boyko comes up to me and says, "Yo, somebody told me that IPK can't tech, or he can't meteor cancel." I was like, "Word."
Yeah, because we got Boyko and Envy right behind you. Anyways, so Jose, what were you saying? What was your big win there?
I don't. Was it Big Dog? I think prior to Big Dog, I was like under the radar, but people in SoCal knew. But then like I think Big Dog was the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
you went off. That was the first time in a long time that another Ness outplaced me, like, ever. Like, that was the first time. You definitely put in work that day. Good shit.
what people don't realize is that like so me and Sosa are Riverside, but people are always asking both of us like, how'd you get so good? Me and him, there was a point where we were like not scrubs, but we both got on SoCal PR at the same time. And because I moved to Riverside from Vegas, and I realized that he lived near me because we went to some random Melee local, and we're like, hey, where do you live? And we're like, oh, we both live pretty close to each other, literally walking distance. And I used to walk to his place all the time, and we would just grind out the game, and we both improved like from each other. But he took it a step further, and that guy just went, you know.
I do need to clarify something quick. I completely said the wrong person's name. That was definitely Boyko in Frozen, not Envy.
Oh, that was Frozen.
Yeah, no, I just.
Well, no, they were
Were they both there?
Envy was at Paragon?
not Envy. It was Frozen and Boinko.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
and I just totally said the wrong person's name.
Oh my bad.
Dude, I had Frozen on the show. I should know.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh! Let's go and look at that. Now,
Wait, where you at? Where you at?
you get this crazy bat read on him.
The time. Tell me the time.
Like 6:20.
It's a little
right,
after
right.
6:20, but that's where I ended up rewinding to.
6:30, 6:30.
I was kind of saving that one because the whole set he was kind of just going for ledge, going for ledge, going for ledge. I was like, fuck it, let me just throw one out.
I didn't know that could break.
Yo, Lucario's so crazy here.
Dude, Lucario is like one of the characters that made me realize I need to make this show. Have not covered him yet, but
Shit,
he's
Lucario
like
brought
the
me to
character
the
that
game.
everyone's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, even now I don't like. I play David a lot. Well, I used to, but even then I don't know what the character does
Half the
entirely.
time, people that are good at fighting against Lucario are just like, I know how to punish these things, but like I could never play him. Like I don't know what's going on. I just know these things aren't safe.
Here's the way I see Lucario. Once he's in, I'm gonna accept whatever ass whooping is coming to me. You know
Just
what I
don't
mean?
let him get in then. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo,
That's the way I see it.
Funny man, Showtime. Showtime's punish game is out of control.
He does some like crazy stuff. I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, is this optimal? But it works every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Too bad Lucario's not as sick as Ness. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah, right now this is all about Ness.
I don't know, man. I'm always gonna be. I'm gonna go on record and say I'm always gonna be a believer that Ness can do it, man.
All right.
We've gone.
Gonna
both
hold
of
you
us-
to that.
both of us individuals have gone pretty far at nationals.
Dude,
The thing
I think
is-
that he can do it.
Hyperflame
thing
just
is-
got his first big national win. Now it's Ness's turn. Like
The
we
thing
got
is
one
that
PK
It's
kid.
coming too.
Like, okay. I know Hyper's the only good Lucas, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But the fact that, like, me and Stereo, bro, like, we can't be the only ones, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of shit that still needs to be figured out. And it, like,
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
only
know,
so
man.
much two people can figure out.
yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Like,
Okay,
I
then.
still think there's another, like, okay, recently, just yesterday, I think it was yesterday. I was playing this dude. He came from Japan. He came to Net, and I've never seen a Ness with that amount of tech skill. So that just made me realize that Ness just has another layer of tech skill that just my hands are not fast enough to do.
But if
Yeah,
you
he
combined
can
his
still-
tech
he
skill
can
with your
still go even
fundamentals,
faster. Yeah, if I had his tech skill and just just a tiny bit faster, because he was like I was SDIing down in the way, and he was still able to like magnet me across the stage. I was like, this is not supposed to work. Like he was still able to get it. Like it was nuts.
That's what I'm saying about the whole, like, I said it earlier a little bit, but I did say that, like, you know, speed is a factor in it. and him like his whole options thing.
All right,
And
then.
no one.
Straight up, if someone is picking up Ness, what is the first thing you need to tell them?
Go to training mode. Well, this is what worked for me.
Okay, fair enough. How did you get good?
How did I get good? Honestly, I got good the Armada way. I played against the CPU just a million times. I created so many scenarios that I just had a punish for every scenario, and yeah, man, I played that a lot. And then the neutral came from in the 3.02 days. Shout out to Free Saltines. I'm gonna give this shout out to Narc. Narc was the one that introduced me to Gallo and Guru and Eli and Trent and everybody. I used to go to Guru's house a lot, like at least 2 to 3 times a week when I was coming up, and I would just get so much matchup experience and all that good stuff. Putting in what I learned from when I was training by myself, trying it on them, saying like, oh shit, this really works. Like no matter where you go, like not just because the CPU's DIing retarded, like it just works. And
Okay.
yeah, man.
So training room and then just grind out punish game.
Yeah, but if I would definitely say if you're trying to get good, definitely play Ness against any CPU. Try them on, put it on random, and just try to just get a good feel for how far you can take a punish. Because in reality, you should be able to get them to at least 60 to 70 off of the first grab.
Okay. Jose, same thoughts on that? Like, if someone tells you they're picking up Ness, what are you going to try to tell them?
So first and foremost, the thing I want to tell everybody for either PM or melee, like even if you want to get good with any character, like don't worry about being smart. Just make sure you do what you want to do. And what I mean by that is make sure your tech skill's good. So if you're gonna play Ness, you don't have to get super low, super fast DJCs, but you have to make sure that you can do it and not screw it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with this recovery. Like learn really like basic angles, like going from below, the side, and a little above. You don't have to hit the crazy shit, but like just make sure you can do a lot of his stuff comfortably.
So focus on consistency more than the flashy stuff, at least to start.
Yeah. Because
March will come later.
Yeah, you're only flashy because of how, like, because you're good at like everything all around. That's what makes it flashy. Like the TJCs, the follow-ups, like everything just comes together. That's how the flashy stuff comes out.
Yeah, definitely don't do what I do and just leave it up to God and just up B and just hopefully they miss. I've never practiced up B. I've never done it.
I've done it one time. I spent like a good couple hours, like 1 or 2, where I was like, okay, I'm gonna just experiment. Because the thing about his recovery is you need to be able to hit very specific angles without seeing your PK Thunder. Like it's just a motion that you have down.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, exactly. It's muscle memory. Because like when people see me hit the sweet spots from below ledge, they're like, he couldn't even see his PK Thunder. I'm like, bro, I hit this shit all the time. Like it's natural, you know. Like to me, it's not impressive.
Yeah. What I like about the super low recovery is that like there's kind of like a little mix up right there, because if you're going too low, like at the top level, people are just gonna grab ledge. But then if you see that they're going for that, you can kind of do it a little early, and then you'll end up on stage, and you'll probably even hit them just because it's active all throughout. And
yeah, definitely.
It'll be safe.
Sweets. I guess like final thing, like, is there anything you guys want to say still? Like we either didn't get it covered, or like literally you just need to tell everybody this. I've had people say everything from like important neutral skills to like remember to brush your teeth and floss. Like, whatever you like. You got one more time. Whatever you want to say.
With Ness, don't give up. Like that's the one thing I have to tell people, because there's so many things to improve on with Ness, like tech skill, game sense, stuff like that. Like there's so much you can work on, and a lot of Ness players, like they'll excel in one department but then just suck ass in everything else. And all I have to say is, dude, there's so much to practice with the character that it's always gonna be on you.
Mm-hmm.
So just don't give up on him.
I'm gonna say stop fucking forward airing so much. Save that shit in your back pocket. What I tried to do is, I do it a lot, but I only do it when I know that they don't know how to deal with it. You will lose a set just because you are forward airing so much. You will literally just lose a set because of that. So
That's very true.
just stop forward airing so much. If you try to catch yourself in the act, like, okay, I forward aired like 3 times in a row.
Let's not do it again.
And sit there and just do nothing. Reset your brain.
I think the thing is that, you know how we were talking about juicy like starters, because Fair can lead into like grab and bat and stuff like that, and Ness just has so like godlike combos that I think people just tunnel vision. They're like, I need to get the combo started like this. Just play very, very reactive with him. Like, pay attention to spacing and SDI, and you'll be golden.
Yeah, we're 100%. Reaction with Ness, it will take you to the next level.
Yeah, just don't autopilot. If you autopilot with Ness, you will get smacked. But if you pay attention, you can do amazing things.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. Dope. Last minute shout outs. Where are people going to learn more about Ness? Is there like a really good Discord, something like that?
Nah.
I'm not in the Ness Discord.
Okay. Fine, ignore both of these two guys. Go to the Ness Discord anyways.
No,
Don't go to the Ness
Don't?
Discord.
Okay.
Nah.
That's a strong statement.
Think about it like this. The 2 guys that are not in the Ness community are the ones that are putting in the work. I have no problem. Yo, honestly, I have no problem. If you DM me, I got you. I will give you some straight up.
Okay, no, that's better. That's better anyways. Get it from the source.
I'll walk you through it, bro.
I'll try, but I'm not very good because I feel like I'm I feel it out player. Like, it just flows, you know? Like, I'm not very good at explaining shit. And I think that goes with the whole reaction-based thing. Like, with Ness, just let it flow and you got it.
All right.
Yeah, I would definitely say with Ness, you got to get to the point where it just feels natural, where nothing is forced. You just letting the combo flow.
Because nothing is flowchart.
Not flowchart, but like just scribble everywhere.
Yeah. Just ask for general ideas, and then you work from there.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna say definitely work for the Ness lanes. Definitely work on your down tilt confirms and shit like that.
And down throw.
And down throw for sure too.
Those are the 2 big ones.
Yeah.
Down tilt, down throw.
And Ness is secretly a god in doubles.
As long as your teammate understands what Ness wants to do.
Yeah, like if he knows that like Ness
that the combo's yours.
One of Ness's biggest weaknesses is returning back to stage when you're off stage. So if your partner just has it in their head that if you're off stage, they're just gonna help you come back on, you should be good as if you're playing well.
So Ness will always come back to stage or ledge. Just get them away from the fucking ledge. That's it. We got it from there.
Stage control is definitely big in doubles with Ness.
Fair enough.
Yo, but as far as shoutouts go,
yeah.
I will easily shout out Riverside Savages, all the seedlings, and Sosa and Brian, and Red Ranger. He's an honorary savage. He's just not Riverside. So, but shoutouts to him.
I'm gonna say honestly, I'm gonna say shout out to Red Ranger too, because he definitely for real. Every time we go to Cali, he's definitely the one that goes out of his way and holds it down for us. Like,
Red Ranger's a huge homie.
Yeah, he'll take us places. You feel me? He'll house us if we need it. Like if he comes here for Supernova, we definitely gonna take care of him for sure. And shout out to Gallo. I'm gonna give a lot of shout outs. Shout out to Gallo, Guru, Fresh, Doggo, Switch, fuck you, Malachi, Bobby. Yeah, man, just New York in general, B. We the loudest, we the livest. We're gonna yell in your face every tournament. So
I'm just jealous that you're all on the East Coast. Like, if we were all like one region,
We'd be broken. Are you?
Well, okay. I'm not talking about skill. I'm talking about like people. Like you guys are like fucking sick as hell.
Dude, I've been living on the East Coast for a while.
Right,
it's been super fun to be here.
You gotta see, yo, Supernova. That shit, we're just gonna be yelling all over the place. And then Philly's coming through, yo. You guys don't know, B. Philly just don't know when to shut up. They yell the most.
No, I'm living in Philly right now. They really don't know when to shut up. It's great.
Yeah,
like
they got to make up for the skill.
It's like losers round 2, and people are screaming.
Get fucked. Hell yeah, man.
I guess like right before we close this out, where are people gonna find you next? I guess like next big tournament you're gonna go to. Is that Supernova for both of you?
I think so.
Supernova, yeah, for me for sure.
All right, so look out for 2 Nesses in top 8.
Yo, are we teaming for that?
What happened?
Are we teaming for that?
We were supposed to team for Blacklisted, bro, but none of us.
Oh, well, I mean,
none of us came.
Gaming Watches and Aki got flown out over me. I don't know what to say, man.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm grateful for that they went through the effort to set that up for me, but I don't know, dude. It's kind of whack. Like,
I'm not. He said it's kind of whack, bro. Fuck.
All right.
We're definitely gonna wreck doubles one day, yo.
Oh, that's gonna be super fun to watch.
The time will come.
Oh, and y'all not ready. But for now, also shout out to Supernova coming up. If you haven't, I'm not sure if the registration is still open, but if you haven't registered, do it now. It's gonna be crazy. The venue's huge. We got more than enough space. It's gonna be lit.
Sick. I guess anything that I'm going to be doing next, unfortunately, so I got a new job, so I'm actually moving back to Minnesota soon.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and so, like, it's because of that I actually registered for both Blacklisted 3 and Supernova, and now can't make them. Because
that sucks.
I'm in the middle of, like, apartment searching and packing and stuff like that. So I will not be there, but you'll see me at random crap, I'm sure. The next Why My Main is Sick, I have not confirmed people for this one yet, but we're going to be doing Peach. So look forward to that. Usually
look forward
about
to that one,
2 weeks.
That one's going to be tough because it's just going to be like Bob, the only one who has a valid opinion.
Maybe
yeah.
Blade-wise?
I'm hoping to get either
Blade-wise.
Blade-wise or Lob. So.
Or Silly Kyle, too.
Mm-hmm. There's a few people I'm going to look out for. But that was actually a donated one, so that's why Peach is next. Someone donated to have that one. For the Clash Tournaments fundraiser. With that, I think we're done. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we are out.